you're hired. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Fred Ranger and I hope you are doing good. If you're a longtime viewer of this channel, you know that there's one brand of cameras that I truly enjoy, and this is from, way back when, 12 years ago, when they first introduced a small camera that was super capable, and that was totally different than what people were used to, the big DSLRs and so on. So this was 12 years ago with the X100, hopped on that bagwagon, and the rest is history. Throughout my history with Fujifilm, I've had the pleasure of testing the X Pro 2, actually using my own copy of the X Pro 2, X-T2, X-T3, X-T4, a couple of XE also along the way, and of course, the infamous X100. Even had an opportunity to buy this guy, right when it was introduced, the X70. This is one that, we'll go into the cult section, I guess, of the cameras, and we hope that there will be one day maybe an X70. Fuji, maybe you want to give us an X80. But yeah, so far, this is plethora of camera that I've been able to use. And also I've been working with Fujifilm on testing multiple version of the cameras, GFX, and so on and so forth. So recently, the worst kept secret was that I invested a lot of time, effort, and money, yes, because I'm about to say the name of the brand, into the Leica ecosystem. And as you know, Leicas are cheap, so to finance this operation, I had to sell a bunch of gear. And at some point, I was actually, to the point where I wanted to try something else. I wanted to, I've been 12 years shooting the same system with Fujifilm. Not that I don't like Fujifilm, I actually love Fujifilm, and this is the whole reason why we're doing this video today. But I wanted to try something new, which I did. And I love my Leica cameras. They're actually back there. The trio of cameras that I have, the M6, the M10R, and the Q2, are following me pretty much everywhere in the world. And I just released a video a couple days ago about what's in our camera bags. And it's a mix of Leica and Fuji. You can watch it right here. And yeah, see what is the Leica kit. But every time I travel and every time I see my girlfriend Vicky taking her little XE4 with the pancake lens, putting on those film recipes, it reminds me of the easiness and the pleasure of shooting with film simulations. And having only the X70 recently in my ecosystem, but kept all my lenses, so the lenses are all there. This is the thing that I'm not selling. I mean, I sold one or two and bought one or two, but like ultimately my lens setup, haven't sold it. I think I put it up for sale for a couple days and then I said, oh, you know what? No, let's not do a stupid move here. I reversed my decision to the point where I'm like, okay, maybe it's time to reintroduce a X-T camera in my lineup. And I ended up picking up the Fujifilm X-T5. So this is a camera that I actually reviewed a couple of months ago, and you can watch the review right here. I did two videos, one where I was shooting the camera, showing some photos, editing them, and so on, and also one where I was giving my impressions of the camera, and I think accessories. But I never actually owned the camera for more than a couple months, so now I wanted my own copy, so I went with this silver body, which is pretty sexy if you want my opinion. I know that some people say that, it might get some chips and stuff, but I don't really mind it. I mean, those are tools, right? Those are cameras. Yes, they're beautiful, but I intend to use it. And if there's a few scuffs here and there, so be it. I mean, those will be, I guess, war battles, or war scars, if I can say. So, a couple reasons why I reintroduced this camera into my life. Well, I told you the first one. The first one is the fact that it's so convenient to shoot with a camera that has JPEGs and film simulations, and I would say film recipes. If you dabble with the Fuji X Weekly app, you'll know what I mean. This is an infinite plethora of possibilities when it comes to shooting something that looks like film without having to ruin yourself buying $30 rolls and getting it developed, scanned, and sent back to you. So this is a very efficient way to do that. So this is the first reason. The second reason is that, man, these cameras are made for photography. Again, Fuji for video, I tried it. I had the XH2, I had the XH1, the XH2S. Ended up not, keeping those cameras for, reasons that are pertaining to video. So, but for photography, I really feel that these cameras, the XT series and the X Pro series for that matter, are really designed with the photographer in mind. And I really like the fact that, you know, they kept the dials on this one, and you're able to play with your aperture on the lens. Pretty much all the lenses have aperture ring, almost all the lenses. You've got your shutter speed, your ISO, and you get your exposure compensation. So you can actually, without diving into any menu item, pretty much set up your camera, your exposure, and be ready to go and be ready to capture any story that's in front of you. Not only that, they brought back the tilt up screen, and this is something that I will say this, I will admit it, none of my Leica cameras have any tilting up screen, or nor this tilting on the side portrait orientation type of screen. So this, I will admit it, I reuse it a ton when I have it. When I don't have it, cool, I'll go on the floor, I'll try to watch my screen, or to pretty much use the EVF almost all of the time. But if I have it, and this has it, and it's a pretty clever system with the tilting up and the tilting on the portrait orientation side mode, I really like that. So this is the second reason that I went with the Fujifilm X-T5. I wanted to have that photography first camera again in my hand. So this brings me to my third point about why the Fujifilm X-T5 is now back in my arsenal of cameras. The fact that I can shoot autofocus, and not only just autofocus, but the fact that I can shoot some of my favorite lenses of all time. I mean, this is here, the V1 56mm f1.2. This is a gorgeous lens. This is not the easiest lens to shoot, because sometimes it's not the best at autofocus and so on, but it got a second life on the X-T5. It's actually more precise and a bit more, it's faster. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it still hunting to get the right focus? Absolutely. But the character of this lens is really one lens that I will never sell. If I do sell it, maybe it's for the V2. I don't feel the need to upgrade. It's the same elements in there. Maybe, I think they added weather sealing, which is great, but not really shooting this baby when it's pouring rain. Other lenses like the 33mm and the 18mm to give you that wide angle 27-ish millimeter on a full frame equivalent type of view. So those lenses actually can all resolve 40 megapixel, which brings me to my last point about this camera and why it reintroduced it back into my ecosystem. So on top of having the film simulations and recipes, on top of having a very photography first type of camera and the screen and so on, well, it has a brand new sensor. And I will admit, I'm a sucker when it comes to being able to crop in post. I got spoiled with my Leica Q2 being able to crop it into 47 megapixel and 40 megapixel on the M10R, and film is film. So get it right in the camera. So the ability to be able to crop, to reframe, to do a 4x5 when I shot a 3x2, I really like that ability to do it. It's not the best when it comes to low light if you compare it to Sony's and blah 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 blah. I don't care. I'll make it work for me. So if it is too dark, I'll go with something that has a wide aperture like the 33 or the 18, and I'll make it work. If there's a bit of grain, cool. I mean, softwares these days are so good at removing grain, but I will say something again, very cliche, but over the years I've developed an appreciation for the type of noise, digital noise, that Fujifilm has been able to control within low light situations. Again, is it perfect? Absolutely not. And some people might hate it, and that's cool. That's fine. This is why there's so many cameras. If you want the best low light and clinical sharp look, go get a Sony. If you want the type of feel like that but full frame, go get a Nikon ZF. I mean, again, these are all cameras that are available. I don't understand why people are fighting in the comments for like brands and taking sides and so on. It's such a waste of time. I'm so happy I got the Fujifilm X-T5 back into my ecosystem. Those are the 4 reasons. I'm just looking at my notes here if I haven't forgotten everything. Yeah, I mean, there's one last point, the 5th item. It's an intangible one. It's the fact that the X-T5 and the Fujifilm cameras, and especially this one or this series of cameras, inspires me. It inspires me to shoot just like my Leica cameras. It inspired me to shoot. This one does the same. I want to pick it up. I want to shoot it. The camera that's filming me right now, this is a Sony ZV-E1. It doesn't inspire me. Is it the best video camera that I own? Absolutely. Does it do the job? Brilliantly. It sticks to my eyes and I can like show stuff and it's going to be autofocusing on it flawlessly. But it doesn't inspire me. So it's there, it's black, it's connected, there's a microphone here, always ready to go, and I don't think about it. This one, when I look at it, I want to pick it up, I want to go out, I want to shoot, I want to tell stories, I want to capture stuff. And yes, it does attract some conversation. People think it's a film camera, yada, yada, yada. But ultimately, I don't shoot for looks. I don't shoot for conversation with people talking about the camera. I shoot to capture visual stories that will make people feel something. And if I feel something using the tool, that's even better. I could be shooting with any camera. I did a lot of work with this camera, which looks like a little tourist camera. Yeah, so just wanted to throw it out there that this camera, this bad boy, is back into the ecosystem. If you have any questions or you want to learn anything about it, again, I've been shooting Fujifilm cameras in the X-T series for 12 years now. I'm more than happy to go in and answer them. Or if you want to tell me what you would like to see with this camera moving forward on this channel, I'm more than open to creating videos that you guys want. I have the camera here. Maybe you want me to test some stuff before you buy it. I'll release some videos about the lenses that I'm using on them because, again, those lenses like the 33D18 are made for 40 megapixel to resolve the full sensor. So let's see maybe some comparison, because I did shoot these lenses also with 26 megapixel cameras, and even the X-T10, I think it was 12 or 16. It was not these lenses, but the 35 is a great example, the 1.4 that I have back there. So any questions you have, please let me know. I've been Fred Ranger. Please enjoy life, be happy, and enjoy your new X-T cameras. Cheers.